The old man just wanted to let out a fart in the woods, but the man told him not to make a sound. In the end, the old man couldn't hold it in. The man immediately scooped up his son and bolted. In just 5 seconds, they were already 50 kilometers away, hiding behind a big tree, staring at the old man in terror. The next second, turns out 2 months ago, a terrifying kind of creature invaded Earth. These things had no eyes, but possessed exceptionally keen hearing, could catch the sound of a single hair hitting the ground. Moreover, their exoskeletons were as hard as bulletproof vests. The slightest sound from a human would result in instant death at the monster's hands. Therefore, to survive in this desperate situation, they had to remain completely silent at all times. Johnson led his family to hide in a remote farmhouse. Everyday movements were conducted with extreme caution. They communicated through sign language and could only eat soft foods. Johnson installed dozens of cameras around the farm to monitor for monster activity. Despite Johnson's repeated warnings to the children not to venture out, his son remained filled with curiosity about the outside world. Without his parents' knowledge, the boy sneaked out one night. He intended to pick some corn from the fields, but just as he was about to reach the cornfield, he suddenly heard an unusual sound. Instantly, he realized the monster might have spotted him. He began running frantically, only to accidentally collide with a tire and lose consciousness. But it seemed he wasn't the only one who had snuck out. The sister crouched down to investigate the light source, but failed to notice a monster had approached from behind. Just as tragedy seemed imminent, something strange occurred. The piercing noise from her hearing aid unexpectedly caused the monster discomfort. The sister narrowly avoided death and followed the light to discover her brother had regained consciousness. They then made their way to the top of the corn silo and lit a bonfire to signal for their father's rescue. Meanwhile, their father was reviewing the surveillance footage, yet failed to detect the children's distress signals. The fuel for the fire had run out. The sister refused to wait for death there. She resolved to risk returning home with her brother, but the brother, terrified of being killed by the monster, insisted on staying put to await their father's rescue. As they argued, the brother accidentally tumbled into the interior of the silo. The sister rushed to check on him. Fortunately, the floor was covered in corn, and the brother was unharmed. But just as she motioned for him to stay still,